We've been here before, fighting against the things that make us unhealthy, fearful, and lonely. While fitness centers closed their doors, we opened ours wider. We ran towards the front lines, providing childcare, food, support, and hope. We charged forward. As you begin to reset your life, consider joining more than a fitness center. We are a movement that says yes. Yes to the vulnerable. Yes to the isolated. And yes to swimming, fitness, and Zumba. The YMCA is so much more than a gym. We are a cause. A cause for a better us. Join a cause.
Hi, friends. Welcome to Gentle Yoga, the YMCA of the Greater Brandywine. I'm Lauren. We're going to listen to our bodies in our practice today, and we're going to make it right for us. We'll begin by finding a comfortable seated position. If you have a mat, feel free to grab it. If not, just find a space cleared out on your floor where you can settle in. And there's no hurry to this process. We can give ourselves a little time. We can wiggle or adjust. This time is about what's right for us. And in our gentle yoga practice today, we'll connect to our chakras and we'll welcome in length. We'll begin by making some gentle circles here. So when you're ready, in that comfortable seated position, start to circle your torso around. There isn't a right or wrong size or speed. If we have to move or adjust, we can. With this gentle movement, we'll notice how our bodies feel today. We'll take another circle or two like this, and then we'll go the other way. We're listening to our bodies, becoming aware of how we feel. Knowing that it's okay if there are aches and pains or tight spots. We'll take another circle or two around. The next time we're forward, we'll hang down here. Let your back round. Let your head be heavy. You can bring your hands to the mat or floor in front of you if you like. We'll stay folded over and walk our hands out so that our arms are long in front of us. We'll notice how it feels to breathe here in this folded over position. We'll welcome in our breath. We'll let our mind quiet. Maybe everything fades away. Maybe we can't quiet our mind easily, and that's okay. In our mind's eye, we'll see a beautiful rainbow. Maybe the colors appear in the sky. We'll stay folded over, that rainbow filling our awareness as we walk our hands to one side. It doesn't matter what way we go first. We'll feel one side longer than the other. Then staying folded over, we'll walk our hands through center and over to the other side. Then we'll walk our hands back to center. And we'll begin to carefully walk them in here, letting ourselves sit up tall again. When we're up tall, we'll place one hand down and take the opposite arm up and over. It doesn't matter what side we go to first. Then we'll go over to the other side. And we'll begin to set our own rhythm here, tilting back and forth. In our mind's eye, we see a beautiful rainbow. Maybe those colors surround us as we move here. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. We'll take another tilt or two, and then we'll make our way to center and to stillness. We're up tall on our mat, our shoulders down from our ears. We'll gently roll them up, back, and down. My friends, if you've noticed some aches and pains and you want to share them, feel free to type it in the comments. I'm happy to address them in our practice today. It's wonderful to be together, to take this time and practice yoga. We'll take another shoulder roll here, and then we'll leave them down. We'll send our legs out long in front of us if they were folded in. Our back remains up tall, and if it feels a little sensitive, let's put our hands down behind us, giving ourselves the support we need. And we'll point and flex our feet. We'll hold our feet flexed, and with our breath, we'll fold forward. Inhale and reach up. Exhale and fold. Feeling the back round. Then let the feet relax. Tuck the chin to the chest, pull the belly in, and carefully roll up here. When we sit up tall, let's roll the shoulders up, back, and down again. And if you felt like your back was sensitive and the hands were supporting you before, maybe here the legs come out a little wider for that support. But our belly is still tight. Oh, it's great to see these nice hellos in the comments, and I'm happy to help with some sinuses and some hip tightness for sure. One more shoulder roll. Let's leave them down. Our legs are forward, they're together or in that small V. We're going to tilt over again. Let's sync up. We'll put our left hand down and reach that right arm up and over. The colors of the rainbow surrounding us, length along our right side. And we'll slowly go over to the other side. Our right hand down, our left arm up. We'll slowly come back to center. We're going to make our way down onto our backs here. Make sure you have room on the mat behind you. I'm going to turn to the side so that it's easy to see. We'll lower slowly, but you'll do what's right for you. Our back is tall. We'll reach our arms forward. We'll tuck our chin towards our chest, pull the belly in, and we'll feel our back round. Squeezing the belly and bottom tight, let's press our heels together and let our toes turn out. And squeezing, we'll begin to roll back and down. If it's too much, let's bend the knees, put the feet down, and hold on a little here. When we make our way down, We'll let our arms rest at our sides. We'll wiggle our fingers and toes. Then we'll let our fingers and toes come to stillness. We're settling in. We can wiggle or adjust if we need to. Then we'll turn our head a little side to side, allowing the neck to be relaxed. We'll let our head come to stillness, and we're going to bend our knees so that the soles of the feet find the mat here. As we bring our feet down, feel your back press down. We'll let our knees gently rock a little side to side. We'll let this feel relaxing along our hips and our low back. Then we'll let our legs come to stillness. Let's make sure our hips are tucked under so that our low back is pressing down. And let's squeeze our bottom tight. We welcomed in the colors of the rainbow. Here we'll take a moment to focus on red at the root chakra. So along our base here, that lowest point of our hips and pelvis, we're squeezing our bottom tight. Let that color red surround you. And then we'll gently open our hip space, bringing the feet close together. Let's let our knees drop out wide, coming into reclined butterfly. The soles of the feet are pressing together. The hip space is opening. Maybe that low back is arching slightly. If it's too much, take your feet and slide them away from you. We don't want to come to the point of pain. Let yourself breathe here. Focus on the color red. Feel that hip space gently opening. Then we'll carefully draw our legs together so the soles of the feet are down on the mat. The knees are pointing towards the ceiling. Here the hips can tuck under, and that arch that might have been in our back, it disappears as we press down on the mat. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Let them come to stillness. As the color red surrounds you, gently turn your head a little side to side. Then we'll let our head come to stillness. We're going to flip our hands over so the palms are down, and we're going to walk our fingers towards our heels. Now we're squeezing our bottom tight, and we can hold right here if we like, or we can press up into bridge pose, lifting our hips upward, taking our bottom and back up from the mat. We'll remember to squeeze our bottom tight wherever we are, and we'll remember to breathe. If we find that lifting up is too much today, we'll lower back down. If we wanted to adjust our feet, maybe we try out walking them in and pressing up a little higher. Or maybe we try out stepping our feet away, or even a little wider. We can do so here. Feel what's best for you. Don't be afraid to play with the pose. But whatever you find, remember to breathe. Our focus is on that root chakra, that power along our bottom and our base. And in our mind, we see the color red. We'll slowly release here. If we're up in bridge, we're going to carefully lower back down. We'll let our bottom relax, and we'll allow the color red to fade from our awareness. We'll feel our back down. We'll let ourselves relax. Maybe again, wiggling the fingers and toes. Then letting them come to stillness and turning the head a little side to side. Then letting the head come to center and to stillness. We're going to squeeze our belly tight. We'll take our hands here and press them along the space below our belly button, connecting with our sacral chakra. We're going to step our feet close together, and we're going to lift our legs up here. The knees are together and bent so that our shins are parallel to the ceiling. We're pulling our belly in tight and keeping our back down. Now, if we find the back is sensitive, we can slide our hands under the bottom instead of keeping them on that space below the belly. In our mind's eye, we'll begin to see the color orange. And we'll point and flex our feet. Then we'll let our feet be still. We're going to take a movement that drives from our hips and engages that strength around our sacral chakra. Our knee won't bend any more or less, but from our hips, we're going to tap our toes down, then lift up and do the other leg, pulling our belly in tight. We can stay with single legs here, or we can glue our knees together and move both legs down and up, driving from our hips, pulling our belly in, welcoming in the light of the color orange as it glows around us. We're working at our own pace with the movement. We're finding what's right for us. We'll do 2 or 3 more. Then when we're ready, we'll plant our feet down. We'll let our hands and arms rest at our sides. And we'll begin to wiggle fingers and toes. And we'll let that color orange begin to fade. But a feeling of light stays with us. Let your fingers and toes come to stillness. Turn your head a little side to side. Let the head be still. We're going to flip the hands over, and we're going to focus a little on our solar plexus, the place above the belly button. We'll raise the head, neck, and shoulders, and let our arms hover here. Our low back is pressing down. If we find that our neck is sensitive, maybe our arms lower to the mat. The color yellow begins to glow around us. Our belly pulls in. And if we'd like a little movement here, we'll begin to tilt side to side like we're reaching our fingers towards one heel and then the other. Finding our own rhythm with that movement. Welcoming in a little strength. Welcoming in that yellow light. We'll take another tilt or 2 at our own pace. And then we'll carefully lower ourselves back down, letting that yellow light surround us, letting our fingers and toes wiggle, and that yellow light gently fade away. We'll let our fingers and toes be still and turn our head a little side to side, the neck relaxed. Then we'll let our head come to stillness, and we'll send our legs out long here, welcoming in some length. We're going to take our hands and tuck them behind our head. Our elbows drop out wide, and we're going to turn our chin up slightly and press our upper back and shoulders down so that our heart space lifts upward a little. As we open up along that heart chakra, we'll begin to imagine green light around us. If we'd like to go a little deeper and press that heart space upward a little higher, we'll move our hands to our sides. We're going to bend our elbows here as we lift up onto our forearms. Setting our elbows under our shoulders, maybe tilting our head up or back. If we like, we'll slide our forearms down slightly, dropping the crown of the head towards our mat, opening up that heart space, knowing that it's okay to try something out and to see if it works. When we're ready, we're going to carefully release, letting ourselves lay down flat. That green light surrounds us. And here, surrounded in that green light, let's wiggle fingers and toes. Then we'll let our fingers and toes be still. And we'll move our head a little side to side. We'll let our head come to center and to stillness, still surrounded in that green light, still letting it fill our awareness and letting our hearts be open. We'll carefully roll on to our side. I'll invite you to roll so that it's easy to see your screen here. We're going to take that bottom arm and tuck it underneath us with our elbow bent. We're going to take our legs out long. Remembering that we're opening up the heart space here, we're going to lift our top arm up and lean back just a little, maybe looking to the thumb. Then we're going to carefully bring our hand down. We're going to take that top leg and we're going to bend the knee and step the sole of the foot down in front of us. And we're going to take a little lift up here. So let's reach that top arm up. And now let's press into our bottom arm and that top foot and lift our hips. Surrounded in that green light, let's lift our heart space. That top arm goes back a little. Then we'll lower down. We're going to bring that top hand down and maybe straighten our bottom arm. So we'll get a higher lift here if it's right for us. If the shoulder or wrist are sensitive, don't be afraid to lower down. Let's reach that top arm up. If we like, let's press up. Maybe reaching that top arm back a little, welcoming in that green light, knowing that it's okay if we wiggle or lower down a bit. Let's carefully lower here. And we're going to take it to the other side. So I'll invite you to just swing it around here. We started low, our heart space open, our legs long. Find what's right for that bottom arm on this side. We're going to reach our top arm up, maybe leaning back a little. Then we're going to let that top leg support us as we bend the knee and bring the foot down. We're going to lift up again here, taking the hips up, pressing into that bottom arm, and maybe reaching back with that top arm. Green light surrounds us here on this side. Open up the heart space. Lower it down. If you'd like to go deeper, let's straighten that bottom arm. When you're ready, reach that top arm up, open the heart space, press up. Maybe taking your gaze towards the thumb that reaches up, welcome in that green glow. When you're ready, lower it down. We're going to make our way to a comfortable seated position, whatever it is for us. As we settle in here, let's wiggle our fingers and toes. Let's let that beautiful green light begin to fade away, we'll let our fingers and toes come to stillness, and we'll tuck our chin towards our chest so that the back of the neck is long. We might make a gentle circle with our head, or maybe a half circle here. That green light has faded from our awareness. Our heartbeat slows a little. Let's send these circles the other way if we're moving the head all the way around. At our own pace, we'll take another circle or two with our head. And then we'll let it come to center and to stillness, chin tucked towards the chest, back of the neck long. We'll slowly lift our head up here. We're in a comfortable seated position. We'll begin to focus on the throat chakra. So if you like, let your chin lift upward a little. And begin to imagine the color blue. Maybe we see it as a light that glows around us. Maybe we see it focused in this space around the throat and neck. As we see that blue light in our mind's eye, let's let our breathing begin to slow down. We're coming into a little pranayama, some breath work, as we connect to our throat chakra. We'll be bringing in a gentle movement. We're going to take our index fingers and middle fingers here, and we're going to place them just below our ears. We'll take a big breath in. Maybe we'll feel the throat space cool and expand. And with our breath out, we'll let those fingers slide down the sides of the throat. Once we've exhaled fully, we'll lift the fingers up as we begin to slowly inhale, placing them below the ears. With our exhale, we'll let those fingers slide down. We'll repeat it once more, welcoming in that blue light. With this exhale, we'll let our hands drop down. They rest comfortably. We can wiggle our fingers and toes. We'll let that blue light gently fade. Our fingers and toes come to stillness. We'll turn our head a little side to side. Gently here, feel the right rhythm for you. Find the range of motion that works for you. And then we'll let our head come to stillness. Before we move to that third eye chakra, the space between our brows, we're going to focus on a little single nostril breathing. Hopefully it helps a little with some sinus pressure. So what we'll do here is take our fingers on our right hand, and we're going to press against the right nostril. And what we might want to do is use our thumb so that we can easily close the left as well. So we'll alternate closing and opening on our inhales and exhales. I'll call out what to do, but remember, all you have to do is breathe here. So we're going to press against our right nostril with our thumb and take a big breath in. And now take a nice slow breath out. Now we're going to carefully close off our left nostril. And we're going to take a big breath in, feeling the air move up to the right. Take a nice slow breath out. And now close off the right nostril. Move the air up the left, out the left. Carefully close it off. We'll let it move up the right and out the right. And we'll switch again here. We can begin to find our own rhythm. Maybe we discover what side is stuffier than the other. That's all right. Maybe we find it's all stuffy and the best we can do is breathe through our mouth, and that's all right. At our own pace, let's finish it out here. It's okay if you need 2 or 3 breaths to get there. But when you're ready, release the hand down, feeling a gentle exhale. Let's wiggle our fingers and toes once more here. Let them come to stillness. We're going to take our hands in prayer, and with our back up nice and tall, let's rub our palms together a little. We're welcoming in a bit of heat and energy. Maybe rub just a little faster. Then we're going to open up our hands and hold them just a few inches apart so that we feel the energy we've created. And in this space between our palms, we'll imagine purple light, or that bright color purple. We'll let that fill our awareness. Everything fades away as we focus on the color purple between our palms. We're going to let that color expand as we press our palms together. Maybe we imagine that purple surrounding us, and we're going to lift our hands in prayer so that the heel of the thumb presses between our brows. Let's drive our elbows back here and maybe lift our chin slightly, connecting to that third eye chakra, connecting to our breath. Focusing on the color purple in this moment. Maybe seeing if you can press the elbows back a little more and gently press the head against the hands in prayer. Not coming to the point of pain, but letting yourself open up. When you're ready, gently release the hands dropping down to our sides. Our head coming forward, maybe slightly, so we're sitting up nice and tall. We'll leave ourselves connected to that color purple, surrounded in it, our third eye chakra open as we gently twist. It doesn't matter what way you go first. Take the opposite hand to the knee or the hip and turn as though you were looking behind you. We'll come to center, and we'll send our twist the other way. We'll come back to center. We'll let that purple light gently fade from our awareness. Maybe our eyes close or are softly gazing as we sit tall on our mat or floor in a comfortable position. And now in our mind's eye, we'll see the rainbow again. Maybe now for us, the colors connect with the chakras in our body, and we welcome in color and light and energy here. We'll hold on to it as we carefully open our eyes or blink out of our softened gaze. We'll take some final stretches together, surrounded in the colors of the rainbow, and then we'll prepare ourselves for relaxation. Let's focus a little on our hips here. We'll begin by sending those legs out long in front of us. Sitting up tall and knowing that our hands can support us if we want. We'll let our feet rock a bit side to side. And we'll let our feet be still. We're going to bend our knees so that the soles of the feet come down. And here we're going to sweep our hands and arms back to support us. We'll press that heart space forward, maybe feeling that green light glow a little brighter as all the colors of the rainbow are around us. And then we'll ease off just a bit. We're going to take our left leg and cross the ankle onto our right knee. And we want to open that left hip space a little, so let the knee fall away from you. Let the heart space press forward. If it was too much, our right leg moves away or even straightens fully. If we wanted more, that right foot steps in closer. We're gentle on our hip space as it opens here. Maybe we feel or notice the color red glow just a little brighter. At our own pace, we'll carefully move to the other side. Our left foot coming down, our right ankle crossing on the left knee in this variation of seated pigeon pose. We're doing what's right for us. This side might be different than the other, so adjust the left leg so that it works for you. Let the heart space press forward a little. Let the hip space open a bit. Let yourself breathe. And when you're ready, carefully release. Bringing that right foot down, we'll let our legs go out long in front of us. We're going to be coming onto our backs. I'll turn to the side here so that you can see the final stretches we do before we relax. So let the legs be long in front of you again. Let the back be up tall. We'll lower slowly if it's right for us. Reaching the arms out, tucking the chin. We're feeling our back round here. We're squeezing our belly and bottom, pressing our heels together and letting our toes turn out. Slowly coming down, remembering that we can bend one or both knees and hold on. Remembering to breathe as we lower. Letting ourselves be surrounded in all the colors of the rainbow. As we lay down, we'll reach our arms up and over our head, welcoming in length. We'll wiggle our fingers and toes. And we'll let our fingers and toes come to stillness, leaving our arms extended over our head. We'll gently turn our head a little side to side, letting the neck be relaxed. Then we'll let our head come to center and to stillness. We'll hug our knees in towards our chest, finding cannonball. The back is pressed down on the mat. That rainbow light surrounds us. And we're going to open up the hip space a little here, coming into a different variation of reclined butterfly. We'll keep our feet up this time as we drive our knees out wide. The soles of the feet connecting. Our hands can reach for the pinky toe sides of our feet. They can hold by our ankles, by our knees, or by our thighs here. If we like, we'll raise the head, neck, and shoulders, feeling the back round and maybe trying to press those knees a little further out. Squeezing our belly in tight, remembering to breathe. And then we'll let our head lower down. We'll let our legs draw together again. Feeling our back press on the mat, we'll allow ourselves to gently rock. And then we'll take it into a gentle twist. It doesn't matter what way you go first. Let your legs fall to one side and both arms to the other. Come through center and allow your twist to go to the other side. Come back to center and allow the soles of the feet to come down to the mat or floor. We'll be settling in here for relaxation. If there's a final pose or movement that you want in your practice, feel free to bring it in. If you wanted to gather a pillow or a blanket or anything that would make you more comfortable and cozy, you should go for it. When you're ready, get into a comfortable position. Often we lie on our backs, face up, but do what feels right for you. Allow your eyes to be closed or softly gazing. Notice your body and your breathing. Know that there is no right or wrong. As we settle in here, we're giving ourselves this time to connect with our bodies, to reset body and mind, to celebrate our yoga practice. At the root chakra, along the bottom, imagine the color red glowing bright. The sacral chakra, the space below the belly button, imagine the color orange. At the solar plexus, the space above the belly button, imagine yellow. Feel the beat of your heart. See the color green. Hear the sound of your breath. Feel its movement along the throat. See the color blue. In the space between the brows, the third eye, feel it relax. Tightness falls away. Imagine the color purple. And now, from the crown of the head, imagine all the colors of the rainbow pouring down around you. Our bodies surrounded in energy and color. When you're ready, surrounded in that rainbow light, begin to wiggle fingers and toes. Let the fingers and toes be still. Surrounded in that rainbow light, gently turn the head a little side to side. Let the head come to stillness. Surrounded in that rainbow light, when you're ready, carefully roll to your side if that's right for you. Maybe the bottom arm serves as a little pillow. Maybe the knees bend and the back rounds. Rainbow light still surrounds us. And then we'll press ourselves up, returning to a comfortable seated position on our mats. finding what's right for us. Maybe allowing our eyes to open or blink out of that softened gaze. Color and energy still around us. That beautiful rainbow filling our awareness. And we'll take another breath together. Inhale, raise the hands and arms, palms together in prayer. Exhale to heart center. Namaste.